Hi there, today we shall be learning how to make this dress. This series will include the pattern drafting, the cutting, the sewing, the styling, the finishing, and the beading as well. Here we talk and do everything fashion designing, everything DIY, everything tailoring. Definitely subscribe and be part of the family. On top of my pattern paper, I'll be making a straight line about 1/2 inch, and I also go ahead and divide my pattern paper into two. This side here is the back and this other side is going to be the front. From the start point, I'll be marking my bust point, my under bust point, and my waist point. I'll come to this other side and mark the same thing, and I'll go ahead and connect them to get an horizontal lines. On this side, I'll be marking my shoulder divided by 2. After that, I'll turn my tape rule and mark the same thing. I'll be making another horizontal line. This new horizontal line is our chest line. I'll still go ahead and use that same shoulder divided by 2. Mark that on the chest line, and I'll make a vertical line to serve as my armhole line. Let me extend all these lines. This is the chest line, the bust line, the under the bust line, and the waist line. From the chest line, I'll be stepping up by 2 inches. I'll come to this side, mark the same 2 inches, and I'll make another horizontal line. From the center front, I'll be marking my nipple to nipple divided by 2, which was 3 inches for me. I'll come to the waistline and also mark the same thing and make a vertical line. At the waistline towards the center front, I'll mark 1 inch, and towards the side front, I'll mark 1.5 inches. I'll go ahead and mark same at the under the bust line and join those 4 points. At the bust point line, I'll step up by 1/2 inch and also step down by 1/2 inch. From that step down by 1/2 inch, I'll connect it to this point and also connect this other side to that point. I'll come to this side, mark 1 inches here and also mark 1 inches there. From that step up by 1/2 inch, and I'll connect it to those 2 points this way and that other way. Once I was okay with that, I'll move forward to creating that sweetheart neckline at the center front this way. At this side, I'll step down by 1.5 inches for my neck depth and 2.5 inches for my neck width. I want this neckline to be a bit high. After that, let's go ahead and extend the lines, except for the waistline. The waistline for the front and the waistline for the back are not the same. The waistline, or the half length for my front, was 1.5 inches higher than that of the waistline or the half length for the back, okay? The front was 15 inches and the back was 13.5 inches. That shoulder divided by 2, I will duplicate it on this other side. Mark it there and also move to this side and mark it there. Make this vertical line for the armhole as well. Marking my nipple to nipple divided by 2 also on this side, which was 3 inches. I'll mark 0.7 at this side and 0.7 at the other side. And I'll connect that to form my dart for the back. I'll also come here and mark 1 inches for the neck depth and 2.5 inches for the neck width for the back. Remember, the neck width for the front and for the back should be the same. Here I'm dividing my bust circumference by 4. I'll mark it on this line. I'll make my armhole curve. On the front side, I'll divide my armhole line by 2. I'll mark that, come in by 0.7 inches, and I'll mark my bust circumference divided by 4. I'll connect those 3 points to also get the armhole for the front. Over here, I'll be dividing my waist circumference by 4. I'll make sure I'll measure this dart and add that. I will come to the under the bust line, divide my under the bust circumference by 4, add my dart, and I'll move to this line and mark my bust circumference divided by 4, and also make sure I add this other dart over here, and I'll just join that. I'll move to the back at the waistline, divide my waist circumference by 4, mark it, and add my dart input allowance. Move to this other side, divide my bust circumference by 4, also mark it, connect the point. From this point at the armhole line, I'll step out by 2 inches and step down by 1 inches, and I'll make a diagonal line to join with my neckline this way. This is my shoulder slope, and I'll make another diagonal line to join with this point. I'll go ahead now and make a curve to get a new armhole line. I will explain this as we proceed. At this side too, I'll just make another curve line to meet with that point, okay? At the back side, I will still step out by 2 inches and step down by 1 inches. Make a diagonal line make another one this way, and then make a new armhole curve the other way. The next is to now get the differences between the half length or the waist point for the front and for the back. As I said earlier, it was 1.5 inches. The front was longer than the back by 1.5 inches. So that 1.5 inches, I will come to this side and mark it and make a diagonal line to join with the nip point. That way I'll go ahead and mark the dots that I'll be cutting out soon. Once I'm done with that, I'll use my scissors, cut this side, cut this other side, so that I'll be able to rearrange my pieces to get a perfect cutout. So I'll be using my tape to tape it down this way. You can see that it's no longer straight. Then I'll go ahead and just blend it to get a straight line. And that was all for now. I'll go ahead and cut. Please just watch. The cutting is very crucial because myself, I ended up making a mistake and I have to rejoin the patterns together. So just watch it closely. All right. So the reason for this particular armhole design was the style was not a sleeveless style. The upper part was body tone net, which has a little bit of sleeve sloping down to the arm area. Actually, this is going to have a yoke. In the yoke part is going to be a body tone net with a little bit of already cut out sleeve attached to it. This one, we don't need any separate sleeve for it, but we just needed to extend the sleeve and the armhole area to cover up that side since it was a body tone net. Once we are done with the pattern, we'll be cutting out this on our main fabric. Remember, when we were drafting, we didn't add any allowances, so we'll be adding all our allowances during the cut. So we shall also be looking at the beading aspect of this particular dress. So it's actually a full series, which I'm going to be uploading about 3 videos. This is the part 1, and we are looking at the drafting. Part 2 will be the cutting and the sewing. Part 3 will be the styling, the finishing, and the beading. Okay, just stay and subscribe to the channel so that when I upload these videos, you'll be the first person to be notified, and you're going to be enjoying it because I'm going to be showing you all the tips and the tricks. It's not just about knowing how to cut. If you know how to cut and you don't know how to assemble and put all the pieces together to get a neat and perfect outcome, something is surely wrong somewhere. This was the mistake I made during the cutting. This other side was not supposed to be cut this way. It was supposed to be joined. At this point, if the video has been helpful, go ahead and like. If it is not helpful, you can also go ahead and click on the dislike button to help me know the impact of the video and what to do in my subsequent videos. If you've not subscribed yet too, I think this is another best opportunity for you to do so. I'll have to go ahead and tape that and go ahead and cut it straight this way. Can you see how it's supposed to be? This was how it was supposed to be cut. Now all the pieces are out. Thank you, and hoping to see you in the sewing tutorial. Subscribe so that when I upload that video, you'll be the first to be notified. Bye bye.